Following the mayhem of the bourbon robbery in Episode 4, Staring Down the Barrel, Sylvester Stallone's character Dwight, the General, Manfredi is balancing family drama, federal heat, and an impending conflict with the vicious Dunmire clan. This installment, which combines mob brutality with Stallone's trademark deadpan humor, intensifies the suspense as fresh betrayals emerge and old pledges become due. It's a good comeback episode that prioritizes character beats over action-packed scenes. Imagine more chess moves than gunfights. Sylvester Stallone's character Dwight, the General, Manfredi is juggling family problems, government pressure, and an upcoming confrontation with the ruthless Dunmire clan after the chaos of the bourbon robbery in Episode 4, Staring Down the Barrel. This episode, which blends Stallone's signature deadpan humor with mob brutality, heightens the tension as new betrayals surface and old promises come due. Imagine more chess moves than gunfights in this strong comeback episode, which puts more emphasis on character beats than action-packed moments. The confrontation with the Dunmires, that old-money, Tulsa family who don't adhere to mob traditions, there is no honor among criminals here, they are all about ruthless commerce, is the main focus of the episode. During a handoff of the found 50-year-old bourbon hoard from the Montague family, Dwight's gang is ambushed by Jeremiah Dunmire and his psychotic son Cole, who was previously introduced. A brutal warehouse conflict results from Cole's uncontrollable energy, and one of Dwight's guys, spoiler alert, it's Tech Whiz Bodie, takes a bullet but barely makes it out alive. Rallying the crew for retaliation, Dwight says, "This ain't New York, this is our dirt now." The mid-episode shootout that results in bodies and animosity fulfills the war tease in the promo. Tyson's carelessness from Episode 4 comes back to haunt him. His stripper hookup, Serenity, is revealed to be a Dunmire fake, giving Cole direct access to information. In a heated crew meeting that follows, Dwight reiterates his remarks from the previous episode by establishing the law on found family, but this time with actual consequences. In the meantime, Sheriff Bill receives a dubious approach from Quiet Ray, the wildcard enforcer, offering to form an alliance against Dwight. After some hesitation, Bill gives up a tip that almost costs the crew the retrieval of the bourbon. In a touching subplot, Dwight's daughter Andrea confronts him about his false claims of retirement, which results in a rare moment of vulnerability as Dwight acknowledges, "I'm too old for this, but too stubborn to quit." Margaret, Andrea's mother, takes the initiative and uses her political connections to ask State Senator Thresher to shield Andrea from the Dunmires' influence. Although it's a cunning move that gives Dwight some breathing room, it also suggests that there may be further retaliation because Thresher has his own secrets. The episode closes on a cliffhanger when newcomer Russell Lee Washington, Jackson's multi-episode arc character, a Secret of New Orleans fixer, calls Dwight's business cold and offers a partnership. It's a southern threatening prelude to the spin-off Nola King. It's amusing and tense, just like Stallone, when Dwight pulls a gun on an Uber autonomous car, calling back to his tech anxiety. One of the most memorable lines from Robert Patrick's Bill is, "You Yanks think loyalty's a choice, down here, it's a noose." Action highlight, the warehouse raid is swift and visceral, with real-world impacts outperforming computer-generated imagery. With Dwight's Cheshire Cat cunning, as Stallone recently explained in an interview, juxtaposed against the Dunmire's pit bull violence, loyalty versus survival is the main theme. In the middle of the episode, Dwight's squad tries to ambush Cole and retrieve the bourbon in a high-stakes firefight at an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Tulsa. Cole steals half of the wealth in an armored vehicle after Tyson viciously defeats two of his men in a hand-to-hand struggle. He then uses a burner phone to insult Dwight, stating, "Your general's days are numbered, old man." In the meantime, Dwight's longtime friend Russell Lee Washington, played by Samuel L. Jackson in his recurrent role, unexpectedly arrives after traveling from New Orleans. In more subdued beats, Dwight's daughter Andrea comes to see him from New York to confront him about the increasing violence and to tell him to stop and accept it. As a result, Dwight has a rare moment of vulnerability when he acknowledges that the Fed's power could eventually break him. The episode ends on a cliffhanger when Musso, defying his own plan, gives Jeremiah anonymous information regarding Dwight's history as an informant, forming a triple-threat alliance against our anti-hero. A trigger click causes the screen to go to black, and Dwight peers down the actual barrel of a gun that one of Jeremiah's snipers is carrying from a distance. If this is a misfire or the start of a full-scale mob war, fans are left wondering. With a tight 7.8/10 on IMDb's early buzz, this episode is lauded for enhancing the ensemble without sacrificing its fish-out-of-water fun. Though it doesn't have as much storyline as the heist in episode 4, it picks up speed in the second half. Pair it with a bourbon, non-Montague, of course, if you're binging. There are 5 episodes remaining in Season 3's 10-episode run. The next one is hinted at as a family reckoning.